Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Smash the like button and also subscribe. Help the channel so that we can continue to bring you some good content. Today, I was just gonna bring food for thought. I was at work and I was thinking, man, like how how amazing, not in a good way, our human minds work. And not long ago, I was talking to some coworkers of mine about Bitcoin, and they went to mention about, wow, how much they would have wanted to have invested in Apple, you know, 20, 30 years ago. How much they would have wanted to invest it in Amazon, 20 years ago in the early 2000s. And And it's easy to say that, when hindsight is 2020, right? Now we know the results of what a Apple company is, what an Amazon company is. But I tell you, 20 and 30 years ago, to invest in those companies meant you had no clue where they were going to go. You see, you were taking a risk. You were taking, you were just taking your chances and, hoping that the company will go somewhere. And and it's interesting because today we are presented with not just a company, but we're presented with a whole space. I mean, everything is going digital and money is going to go digital, whether we like it or not, whether we think we can stop it or not. It's going to go digital. And if we don't front load everybody else that's going to come behind, guess what? We're going to continue to be part of the masses. So where am I trying to get at with this? So today we have an opportunity where we have a whole space, which is cryptocurrencies, where there is a massive opportunity to make life changing wealth. And I mean, not just for you, I mean for you and your descendants. I mean, for you, your family, your children, who knows, even their children. But I just feel like there is no urgency. And I continue to act with that urgency because I know that the time is short. And, you know, most of us have a tendency to overanalyze whether we should get into something or not. And that's completely fine. It's okay to analyze. It's okay to do your research. I encourage you to do your research. I encourage you to look into the cryptocurrency space. Would you, um, I don't know, invest an hour of your day, 30 minutes of your day to research Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies? If you knew that in a year or 2 years, you would be financially free, would you do it? And if so, why aren't you doing it? You see, we're not talking about age. It don't matter if you're 18 years old, and it doesn't matter if you're 60 or 65 years old. The opportunity is the same for everybody. Whoever is hearing me, who would want to have life-changing wealth within the space of 12 to 18 months. This is what I was talking about yesterday, that uh, the opportunities that lies in the cryptocurrency space, it is, guys, it is out of this world. There are, I mean, I continue to show you guys time and again the map, right? That map with a graph of all these institutions just buying Bitcoin like it's gonna run out. It's like they're buying with urgency, but nobody else is. You know, well, I can't say not everybody else. I mean, whoever is in the space that knows what Bitcoin is, we're buying. But there's a whole lot of people that hear about it and they're waiting for Bitcoin to probably drop, to $30,000. I'm going to tell you, don't play that game, because what if it never comes? If it comes, I would be super happy. And you'd be like, wow, why? It went down. Yes, but it is an opportunity to buy low. And it may be the last opportunity to buy low. You see, today Bitcoin went down from 53,000 to like 50. And it was looking like it was going to go down to potentially 48, which was what a lot of, technical analysis people were saying. But guess what happened? The demand, okay, to buy is so big that all of that was shed, all of that was picked right back up. Guess where Bitcoin is at right now? It's over $52,000. I mean, you can't make this up, guys. The demand is outstanding at the moment. And to bring Bitcoin down from $53,000 to around 50, that means there was a massive sell-off. But there's somebody, there's a group of, you know, institutions, these ETFs primarily, that are just scooping everything up. They're not letting Bitcoin drop under $50,000. And I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why they're not letting it drop under $50,000 is so that you don't come in the game. I wouldn't be surprised, because they probably think, oh man, if we keep Bitcoin around $50,000, long enough, people are going to think, well, it's out of my reach. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't have to just be Bitcoin. I mean, you can invest in other things. I invest in a whole plethora of, coins. Like, let's say, for example, Solana, right? Because Bitcoin, if you put $1,000, into Bitcoin, it's not gonna make you life-changing money. If it goes from 50 to $100,000 and you put $1,000 in, you're only gonna have $2,000 at the end of it. And it's good. I mean, that's great, amazing. You just did 100x, right? I mean, 100x, 100%, in your investment. However, you may have other, projects like, let's say, for example, Solana. Solana, I think it was around uh, summer of last year, where Solana was, I think it was like around $20. And Solana ran all the way to $120. Now, in the beginning of 2023, I think it was that Solana was like around $8 to $10. I mean, guys, this is over a 10x, okay, in a year's time, which is absolutely bananas. Okay. This is the crypto market. This is what happens. Yes, can projects drop 30, 50% in a day, they can. But they can also go up massive, and I mean massive, in a very short period of time. That's why, the Bitcoin halving has not happened. But don't wait for that time. The sooner that you make your own research, you do your own research, okay? The faster that you do that, and the faster that you expose yourself to the space, you know, the higher the chances of having higher returns. You could look at Link, Chainlink. That's a good one. Chainlink, I think it was down to like $5 or something like that at one point in time, and it's now around what is it, 18, $20. I mean, that's a 4x. That's 400%. I mean, if the S&P 500, or if, Wall Street, if the stock market were to do hundreds, okay, of percentage, I mean, the hedge funds and all those companies, they would be like in euphoria. I mean, they would be super gazillionaires, okay? But in this space is so young still. And there is so much space to grow, so much room to grow, that the opportunities still are massive. And I'm telling you, there are people that in a year we're going to hear a story of people that in 2025, they're going to be multimillionaires, okay? Their lives are going to completely change, and that could be you. That could be you. You know, if you're happy, working your 9 to 5 and being told what to do day in and day out, working like a horse, coming home super tired, investing all your energy, not having time, to spend with your children and your wife. If that's you, if that's what you like, then by all means, you know what? Continue, pushing on. But if you're the type of person that, you know, wants something different, wants to, uh, be able to spend time, invest time in your wife and your children and your family and your future, you know, in the future of your family, your children, then by all means, man, I'm telling you, I urge you to do your homework, look into the space, and sacrifice, because in very short months, your life could potentially change drastically. But it's not advice, guys. I was just thinking about that. The other day I was hearing, a story about, and it hit home, because when I was younger, we have this tendency of being like, I'm young, I'm gonna live, I still have a long, long, long life ahead of me. So I'm just gonna go party, I'm gonna do my thing, this and that. And we tend to not invest. And what ends up happening is we blow 10, 15 years out of our lives, and then we want to get serious with a job, and we want to buy a house, and we want to have a family, and now we have to, okay, work and work and work. And guess what? Sometimes you work and it's not enough. The money is not enough, to pay for a house. The money is not enough to pay even for rent nowadays. I mean, man, like, some of the rents that I hear is absolutely crazy, you know. And food, don't get me started. Gas is crazy, you know. But what are we going to do? We're going to just complain, or we're going to play the rich man's game, you know. Invest in asset and let the assets take care of you, you know. And so we tend to make that mistake, but there tends to be a few young people that they're like, you know what? They have a total different mentality, man. They're like, you know what? I'm gonna invest, man. And they end up investing, and they will. And in this cycle, I assure you, there's gonna be a lot of young people, or maybe not a lot, maybe just a few of young people that are going to invest, okay, in this space. And in 2 years, their life are gonna be changed drastically, and they'll be able to have fun the rest of their lives. Swift of thought, guys. I just thought I'd bring that to you guys. You know, it's just, it's urgent. I mean, it's urgent. As time passes and as these assets increase in price, it's just cutting away on the X's. It's cutting away on all your X's, guys. And I mean, the X's like times how many? Either 10x or 20x or 50x or 100x. You know, you could have a portfolio where you have 50% in Bitcoin, maybe 25% in blue chip um, uh, tokens, kind of like an Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Link, Avalanche. I mean, those are good, solid projects that they'll probably be around for a long time. And then you have, your degen, degenerate plays, which is more like the meme coins, the Dogecoin, the Bonkers, what's the other one? Shade, those would be more of a higher, super high risk that, you might not, get too much. I mean, you could get the biggest excess, you could get it from those, but those could, you know, risk you the most and losing all your money. So, you just kind of have to have a balance, but that's an idea of something that you can do, and don't put all your money in at once. DCA, it dips, I put in $100. It dips, I put in another $100. It dips, I put in another $100. And that's how it is. Let it average out. Don't always buy, when things are skyrocketing. And that's what we like to do, because it's like we find affirmation. Oh man, this has to be good because the price is at $100,000. Doesn't have to be like that, guys. Learn how to invest in a smart way, and y'all gonna be real good. Once again, thank you guys for joining, and smash the like button, subscribe. Whatever I said here, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Just a guy here on YouTube creating some content that is entertaining. However, it could be educational. So thank you for tuning in today or tonight, wherever you might be. God bless you, and I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.